Hello, I've got for you today Montblanc's new red. I'm not too sure when this came out, but it's the first time I get a chance to pick it up. Modena red. So it's a bit redder than their poppy red, but what I'm going to do today is put it in my catalog of inks. And let's see. Basically in this book I've got a number of different types of paper, ranging from your sort of standard office paper to some Clairefontaine, a few Montblanc notebook sheets of paper, vellum paper, rhodia paper, and then I'll put in a sample of each of the inks. So this is their red, their standard red, poppy red. That's the predecessor. It's done pretty well. Rebel Red is quite nice, released with James Dean a few years ago, Rosso Antico with Patron of Arts a few years ago, a few oranges, a Tiger Red, there we go. This is the most recent red that I've got, 100 Years, released recently with their Origin collection. So basically I'm going to put a bit of that next to it and we see how it ages over time. So every year I put in a new swatch, a new bit of ink, and see how it ages over time. Most of their inks are pretty stable. I started this whole endeavor with the checking of ink because their blue, their standard blue, tends to be heavily affected by time, basically, so it tends to lose its color very quickly. So there we go. Got some red. Put that away safely. And then let's put that into here. So we'll call it Modena red. I'll put a close-up of that soon. Not only is the color of the paper different, obviously, but the feedback you get through it is quite different, obviously, because the texture of the papers varies quite a lot. I'm partial to Clairefontaine for the fidelity of the color. Let's see, here we've got last few sheets. We've got two samples of calcium carbonate coated poster paper, which is also quite a pleasure to write on. And then some tracing paper. This paper doesn't absorb ink very well, so it tends to show how the ink wants to pool, whether it stays where you leave it or if it wants to pull itself back together. And then finally, for fun, birch, Canadian birch. The texture of the birch is very smooth, but the drag is quite strange because of the obviously natural nature of it. So let's see, how does it compare to most recent 100 Years? Quite similar. I'd say the Modena is a bit more sort of on the Ferrari red side. Of course, they're not going to release a Ferrari red, but it definitely is on a more fire engine red side. Where's the other red? There. So quite different from the poppy red that we're used to seeing. So let's see if we can find the same. So this is Clairefontaine for reference. Poppy red, Rebel red, and the Rosso Antico. we've got natural light here today. So the 100 Years does have a bit of similarity, but the Modena definitely feels more homogeneous. Less shading compared to the other reds. I like it. I think it behaves very nicely throughout all the samples. Very, very little feathering. Wow, that's actually quite good. I'm not used to seeing that. Usually this is Xerox. This is usually notorious for feathering, but behaves quite nicely there. And we'll see how it ages over time. Of course, as it dries, there is a bit of change in the color as well, but not quite as noticeable. Yes, the calcium carbonate here has already started to leach out the color, desaturate the color. How's that compared to the red? Yeah, so it did it as well with the Rebel Red and the Poppy Red as well. Well, there you go. Montblanc's new Modena Red. Wonderful color. When I saw it in the shop, I was immediately drawn to the vibrant red box. So definitely recommend you pick that up if you don't have a very vibrant red. I think it'll suit you very well. Let me know if you've got questions or comments. Thank you for watching.